Good morning, students. Last class we are studied about what is object-oriented programming concept, why we are using the programming in Java or C++, why we are using the object-oriented programming concept. Today in this class we are going to study about what is object, what is class, what is polymorphism, what is encapsulations, like that we are going to see. Apart from this concept, there are some other terms which are used in object-oriented programming design. That is coupling, cohesion, association, aggregations, and composition. Let us see one by one. First, what is object? Object, we have an idea. Table, it is an object. Fan is an object. Pen is an object, and bike is also an object, and mat is also then an object. An entity that has state and behavior is known as an object. Suppose if it is an entity, it's having some behavior aspect. For example, fan. Fan means what is the use of the fan? Fan will it will give the uh, wind flow of activities. Table we will use for the table writing purpose, or it have some behaviors, or keeping some object in the table, like that. Pen, it is the possible to write some writing purpose, we are using that pen. Then bike, it is having some behavior aspect, that is called, it is possible to ride the bike from one place to another place, like that. Object is having a behavior aspect. So an entity that has a state and behavior is known as an object. It is a simple concept of understanding. Uh, Behavior is known as an object. If it is having some behavior aspect, means it is called as an object. An object can be defined as an instance of class. Normally, if you are going to declare that object in your program, means it is a instance of a particular class. So class, it must contain object. Okay, simply you keep it in your mind. If it is, if you are going to declare class, means definitely the class, it will contain an object. An object contains an address and takes up some space in memory. Normally, if we are going to declare some variable, means what will happen? That variable is going to occupy some space. Here, in object-oriented programming concept, an object contains an address. Definitely, if you have a class, means that class, it is having an object. That object is going to occupy some memory space. Objects can communicate without knowing the details of each other's data or code. And another advantage, the object can communicate without knowing the details of each other's data or code. So the necessary thing is the type of message accepted and the type of response returned by the object. So we have to give the importance for this type of activities. The type of the necessary things, the type of message, if it is a pen, it is possible to, with the help of that pen, we are going to write. It is that pen, it will give some message, and it will give some response to that particular object. Like that, it is possible to declare that object. Okay. For example, a dog is an object. Take an example, a dog is an object because it has states like color, name, and breed. So normally the dog, it will have some color. It may be a black dog or white dog or yellow dog, like that. Some color is there for that particular dog. Dog is an object, and we may keep that dog for that name also. We call it as a puppy or Jackie, like that. We will give some name for that dog. Then it's having some specific breed. It may be a German Shepherd or a Pomeranian or a Doberman, like that. Some breed is also there, as well as behaviors like wagging that tail, barking, and eating, etc. It is a behavior of that particular dog. So dog, it is an object. It will have some different properties like color, name and breed, and also it is also having a behaviors like tail. It is having some dog, it's not having a tail. If that barking style, it is also different. Eating approach, different food eating approach is also different. Let us take another example. Take a car. Car, it is an object. Car, it is having some specific color, and car is also having some specific brand name, and car is also manufactured by the particular company, and it is also having some behavior aspect. How, what is the behavior aspect in the car? It may be a automatic car, or it may be a e-car, or it may be a uh, uh, manual approaching of gear approach having a car. Like that, it's having some behavior differentiation in that particular object. Okay, let us come to the another point. Class. Class, it is a collection of object is called as a class. It is logical entity. It's having some logical entity. For example, I am going to declare the name for that particular class is car. So in that car, what I am going to do, a class can be defined as a blueprint from which you can create an individual object. Class does not consume any space. Keep it in your mind. Class, it will not contain any space, but it's having create an individual object. It is possible to create an individual object. Okay. So far we have discussed about what is object and what is class, what is the difference between object and class in this session. Thank you.